Hi, thanks for tuning in to Balance519. I am your host, Big G, and always with me is Little Dragon. How you doing today, Little Dragon?
I am great. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right, so it has been a little while since we've been on, but there's been a lot happening. Um, I guess the only thing was just the weather was starting to get better, things were starting to open up, so we did take a small little break from getting online, but there is lots happening, I guess, in Guelph or in Ontario, we should say, and with the market. So I guess the first thing that we want to mention is that we are going into stage two on June 30th. And we just wanted to quickly go through what that means, how much has changed. So basically, for the gatherings, maximum now is 25 people outdoor and still only 5 people indoor. That doesn't make sense. All right.
No.
Retail. A lot of people want to know this because I'm sure a lot of people are still waiting to get their summer clothes that they couldn't even get during
Yeah.
all these lockdowns. So
Yeah.
essential retail is now at 50%. Non-essential retail is at 25%, and the in-store shopping is open. So that's good. Those businesses. That's good. Restaurants and bars, outdoor dining with 6 people per table with restrictions. And hey, the Filipinos will be happy. The karaoke is permitted
Oh shit.
outdoors.
Oh great.
Yes, the Filipinos, the karaoke is okay. It's now okay. Only outdoor singing only. Stage 3, you can go inside again. Don't worry, Auntie. You
Yeah.
can sing later.
Right.
All right. Personal care. There's another one because everybody's looking to get their hair cut or hair done and get all that other stuff that they might be doing.
Yeah.
25% capacity for personal care services, but you need an appointment, and services that require the removal of a face covering not permitted. So, what would that be?
Removal of a face covering.
Services that require the removal of a face covering not permitted.
I mean, when we get your haircut, they work around it.
Yeah. So what does that mean? Oh, so that mean like if you get your eyebrows or so
No,
that
I
means
think
lashes can't be done or something?
you can get your lashes done. Probably not if you're removing hair on the upper lip. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
Who
just
knows?
guessing.
We look at
You're
us.
covering.
We hardly have hair. I
No,
don't have
because
any. I
that
got
is
eyebrows
something
left.
that is not that I notice. I mean, I don't pay
Right.
attention.
Right. But okay, now to the one that really hits us hard because it's what we do. Sports and rec. Outdoor sports leagues are open. Training for professional amateur athletes for competitions. So I'm assuming that's our high performance. Yeah, because I guess the next one says closed for indoor use except for high performance athletes, which we do have some high performance athletes, but you know how Guelph bylaw gets. They're going to
Yeah.
interpret that a different way and give me a hassle,
Yeah.
but we're going to try anyway.
Yeah.
And so personal training is still outdoor. Um, Indoor still not going to be till stage 3. So
What?
that sucks, everybody. I know everyone's dying to get in, but this is unfortunately the rules. But the good news is we're getting through it a little faster. So who knows? We might be even to stage 3 before the middle of July. And
Yeah.
then you guys can
Definitely.
train all you want. And we're really hoping that this will be the last lockdown. So let's try to
You
stay
can get
positive on that.
you can get fit for Christmas time.
Yes, exactly. And then, like, if everyone's getting vaccinated like they're supposed to be, and they're the cases are as low as they are, then hopefully we won't have to shut down when cold and flu season comes again.
Right.
All right. Anything we need to add there? Fear.
Some swear words, perhaps, but other than that, you can go ahead. I'll bleep them out.
uh, yeah, we're gonna edit it anyway.
Nice.
No, I guess that's it. That's it for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We got to be open soon. I see all these on Instagram, a lot of the like martial art clubs, and there's some people, that are class orientated, doing their outdoor stuff, just like we are. We're trying to do the outdoor
Yeah.
taekwondo training, but it's not the same. Like when people are like, well, maybe you start your classes, outside, and it's just to find an instructor, and even just the members that also want to now attend this, and then trying to figure out how do we take this payment, because the second that
Yeah.
you take the payment, that business is technically now not in lockdown because you're now accepting money. And if we're accepting, let's say it's $10 a head, 4 people come, we can't as a business give up the 90% or whatever, 65 to 90% subsidy that we would get by being locked down. So then we can't, because the second you aren't locked down and you choose to stay open as a business, they don't have to pay you that. But we can't, it's hard to justify if only 10 people are going to come to this class. It's not going to be enough to pay the,
You're gonna lose money.
$30,000 rent we have every month,
Right.
So that's why. So I get, when people message on our social media, and even me personally, if they know me, and, and ask about that, that's basically why. Because it's unless the entire, club can be open, like when we are able to, then we can then feel like it's okay to take the payments again, because we have the service to provide.
Right.
If we're not open and we can't provide the service, then we don't feel right taking the money. And if we're not taking the money, then we need to apply for the subsidy. And the only way to get the subsidy is if you're not open for business. So that's how that huge circle goes. It's getting a little rough. Mike and I have a lot of brainstorming to do, because we are going to, give it still a good go, and keep it afloat. That's it's going to be really tough. So hopefully we don't get locked down again, because to be honest, if we get locked down again, I don't think it can handle one more lockdown. But again, hopefully with these vaccine rollout happening, and there was even a pop-up one that came up in Waterloo or Kitchener, just because they have the Delta variant in Waterloo spreading bad. So that was good. At least they're doing something there.
Nice.
What else? Oh, so a lot of stuff going on in the market. Huge. I've been kind of quiet about it, just because we've had this little bear market trend, and some people are saying we're in a full-on bear market. I think the market is a bear market right now. I just don't think it's going to be the rest of the year. From the technical analysis that I've been doing, that I've been researching, just even the fundamental analysis that I've been hearing and researching, I truly believe we're slowly climbing. And I mean, as we're looking at it in the corner of my screen right now, we're climbing out really nice. Like I mentioned before we started this podcast, I was telling Little Dragon I did put a little trade in, and now it's flying up as it should be, because that's what the analysis is saying. So, it took a big dump, but what people need to understand is, and I just started to understand this because we got into it basically 6 months ago now. So in crypto, that's a long time because things happen so quick.
Yeah.
But so we know now and have seen, because it's happened to us so many times, when these dips happen, it is really institutions trying to get Bitcoin or whichever asset they're looking for. So they drive that price down just so they can consolidate and grab more, because they don't want to buy it the way retail buys it. We buy it like we see the price go. It's just like the way we do the lottery. We only all go and buy tons of lottery tickets when it's at 70 million, 60 million, something huge. Then everyone starts buying. That's how retail investors buy crypto or even stocks, any of those things. That's retail. That's not, you're not an institution buying this. Institutions do it. There's no emotion. They know the price. They talk to other institutions that might have the asset. They plan to drive the asset down, and then they all collect. They shake you guys out. They shake the retail investors out because you get scared, so you sell. And you're selling it to them. They're the ones picking it up.
Right.
And they're the ones that put out the FUD. They're the ones that putting out the stuff about China. And I just posted something on my social media the other day, because Rand was talking about, the China FUD. He was like, okay, when you open up the news today, you'll see this. And he shows all this China FUD about Bitcoin. And then he goes, let's look at what the dates are. And there were 2013, 2015, 2017. It was recycled FUD from the other bull markets, again, for the same thing, trying to push it down. The other thing is, everyone thinks that the miners leaving China is a bad thing. No, that's a really good thing. You can run that video that we have of Rand from Crypto Banter talking about why it's a good thing and where the mining is now going to.
Miners moving out of China means two things, and only two things. One is no more control in a centralized Chinese environment where the government flip-flops on crypto every 2 weeks. That's gone, because the miners are moving. And where are they moving to? El Salvador, USA, Texas, other places, Ukraine, Kazakhstan. They're moving to all these places where electricity is cheap and subsidized and renewable. That is why the miners are leaving China. So this is the best thing that could happen. Short term, yes, there will be a drop in hash rate. But the drop in hash rate is not a big enough drop in hash rate to crash the network. It's not like the whole world all the miners in the world are leaving. It's just the ones from China.
So you see, now that it's leaving China, they've already set up shop in Kazakhstan. I know Texas is getting a lot of it now too. And you talk about Elon, he's so quiet right now. Guess what company is going to come up now with the #1 energy saving way to do Bitcoin? It's going to be Tesla.
Yeah.
That's their whole, it's those credits, those environmental credits. That's how they make their money, so that anytime they get into these energy saving things, those credits is how they make their money. So if they can be the ones now to engineer something that gets them, that helps mine Bitcoin with a renewable energy, which what isn't Tesla about that? Then, But of course, the FUD had to happen, because once they get into this, they don't want to do it at $60,000. Why would they want to buy Bitcoin at $60,000? They just all They just all bought Bitcoin at the 29, 30,000 mark.
Yeah.
There's another video. There's, how El Salvador, we've been talking about El Salvador a lot, and we have a couple of videos from the president too to add to this today. But you know who else is now talking, who was very bearish on Bitcoin because of the business that they're into? It was New York City. New York City is now looking into utilizing Bitcoin.
Crazy.
And that's crazy, because that's the stock exchange is the king there.
No
right?
shit.
And it's not saying that they're against it. It's just, crypto and stocks go hand in hand, yet they're two different identities, because with crypto, you actually hold the asset. That's why it's hard to say cryptocurrency when it's really crypto asset, because you actually have and attain this asset, where it's a stock, you just have a piece of a company, which is totally different. And anyways, same type of thing. I mean, if the stock market crashed, so would crypto. Crypto still hasn't been around long enough to be self-sustained without the stock market. But in saying that, for New York to start talking about bringing the ability to utilize Bitcoin in their city, in their state, because Miami's already doing it. Miami's a blockchain. That mayor of Miami, or whoever he is, he's made it all Bitcoin and blockchain there.
Right.
So it's starting. So play that clip of Rand talking about New York, and then there was this other senator, and she has Bitcoin too.
The center of Bitcoin. So now New York is entering the race to get Bitcoin people, crypto people into New York. And they're not the only ones. Yesterday, listen to this, this is a senator talking about Bitcoin.
From Wyoming. Senator, welcome to the program. First question, Bitcoin. You are a senator who owns Bitcoin. I think you're the only one who owns Bitcoin, the only one that I know of. How do you feel about Bitcoin's decline today? It's at 29.8.
I'm really excited about it because as soon as it drops a little more, I'm going to buy some more. I'll tell you, Stuart, my favorite stock that I own is a company called United Rentals. And I bought it, and it dropped like a rock. I held on to it, and my gosh, it has performed beautifully over the years for me. And I see Bitcoin doing the same kind of thing because the fundamentals are good.
Do you want any kind of regulation for Bitcoin?
I do. I want to have a level playing field. So digital assets, cryptocurrencies, understand what the rules of the road are. They're very simple rules, easy to understand, and they're not overly restrictive because we want to see increased innovation in this.
So a lot of bullish news, like a lot of bullish. Wow, it's still climbing nice.
Nice.
Every time I keep looking in the corner, I'm like, wow, yep, that Bitcoin is still. And again, like you see it going up, it doesn't go up forever. The way it goes up, then it comes down and corrects, then it goes up, then it down and corrects. Or even when it comes down in the bear market, it'll still bounce and then come down, bounce.
Right.
You just need you'll see either the lower lows or the higher highs.
Right.
And then that will determine usually simply, which way the market will go. When you kind of use some basic technical analysis with the fundamental analysis that you find out about, research about, then you can kind of judge what you should do. Easiest thing though is just to buy it low and hodl it, hold on for dear life. You just hold that because in 5 to 10 years it's going to be up there, and you can definitely hedge that asset to whatever you want. Like people are like, well, then you have all this Bitcoin. Yeah, but if you had $50,000 worth of Bitcoin, now you can use that, you can lean that Bitcoin, because it's considered property and an asset, to buy a house, to lean against, to get a line of credit.
Exactly.
Now you have an asset to to hedge against. So Bitcoin is the stored, and that's the one that no bank can all of a sudden go in, or the government says, oh, blah blah blah, then they just go in and take your investment.
They can't touch it.
This is the type of investment that nobody can just pull under your eyes, because they think you need to pay something because you didn't pay this tax, get this whatever, get this vaccine. You never know, but whatever, it's decentralized. That's the whole point of crypto and Bitcoin, decentralized finance. And lastly, let's go with the president of El Salvador. He was just being questioned because it is legal tender now, 100%. And he did talk about what issues or problems he might face. And if you kind of listen to this response, I think he was kind of telling the states that you guys didn't help us, so why are you getting mad? We're doing our own thing. You never helped us to begin with. But it was kind of but it was good. The way he held himself and the way he spoke was he spoke really well. Let's play that clip.
Yeah, you could get some people angry or mad at us. They haven't been so good to us anyway. I mean, let's see how things are here. 70% of people, they don't even have a bank account. So some banks may be upset, but they are not taking care of 70% of our people. I mean, it's not like we're doing good in the old system, so why not try a new system that it looks good to me. I mean, for me, it looks bulletproof. I'm pretty sure this is going to work, not only for us but for humanity, because it's a leap forward for humanity. And if we can be part of it, and an important part of it, our small country, we're the smallest country in the continent, and if we can be at the forefront of a economic revolution, why not try that? And what are we risking? I mean, there's probably some small risks, but I really don't see them as big risk. Only probably getting some people angry at us, but they haven't been so nice to us anyway. So why not try something new that it's handled by anybody instead of being in the hands of somebody that could decide your monetary future from one day to another without consulting you or anything, or without caring what's going to happen to you or your people. Why not the system that it's open and free? It sounds a lot more appealing to me than the old system.
All right. So you see, things are changing. I mean, with things with COVID and lockdowns, that's obviously changing. So things are starting to open up. But now, what are we opening up to? You know, we can't be blind to the fact that fuel is through the roof right now. Like, does anyone notice that? No one really talks about that.
Yeah.
Did you see that? It's like 132 sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, like the prices of our food. You know, I know remember how long the price of wood was? And then it just dropped. You think that's going to stay that low? No, it's going to come back up again. Like, hyperinflation is happening, you know? So the information on our podcast that we put out there, it's not financial advice. This is just what we see and hear. And, you know, we like the idea of crypto. We invest ourselves. So we like to just let you guys know what we think and what we're doing. But again, do your own research. But for us, decentralized financing is definitely the safest way.
Agreed.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Balance519. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and hit that bell button, because every time we get back online, you guys will know about it. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.